Nobody tells us anything.
They'd said something cruel to me.
We're the bottom of the totem pole.
I was happy in my special ed school, but something very unfortunate happened on my last day. And the first years of my life were spent in agonizing fear of the ghastly foreigners, being my xenophobia, came out of nowhere. I had good behavior at the special ed school for 7.5 years. I collapse on the floor and scream. Time runs out. The fans helped create the idea for the xenophobia. I was classified as a neurologically impaired student and diagnosed with xenophobia, the fear or prejudice against foreigners. I think that's a great thing. They said something cruel to me. They said, "Where the balls on the dick?" The only thing I truly resented about the special ed school was that it had no girls. I figured it would really help my xenophobia could be in a classroom with girls around. I felt helpless, bottling up my anger the whole ride to school. When I got there, I reacted in a very impulsive way. I chopped off my balls, I chopped off my dick. When Howard Scott Warshaw arrived, he would stand outside and stare through my window right at me. His dick would stretch into the room, his balls coming closer. I would hide underneath my blankets and pray he'd go away. I'd hear him whisper, "Where the balls on the dick?" "Mom, I'm fine. Leave me alone." Mom tells me my true personality was actually born, kept all these decades in a box. The fact remains it's the oldest event from my life that I can still remember. It was magical. It came at a time when I felt I needed it myself. Pretty common. They gave me Ritalin for a short time. It might have helped somewhat, but my xenophobia didn't improve. But this is where the story comes full circle. There's a guy who compulsively honked his dick. He put his dick to his nose and make a honking sound all day long. Pretty common. I told him I already made 70 films at home. He replied, "Where the balls on the dick? Where the balls on the dick?" He replied, "Where the balls on the dick? Where the balls on the dick?" He replied, "Xenophobia. Xenophobia. I was diagnosed with xenophobia, the fear or prejudice against foreigners. I think that's a great thing. They said something cruel to me. They said, "Where the balls on the dick?"
Balls on the dick.
They said, "Where the
Balls on the dick. Balls on the dick.
They said, "Where the
Balls on the dick. Balls on the dick."
Having a dick speak to me this way upset me. They took advantage of the fact that I was the shy balls on the dick who wouldn't say anything. It was the first real bad thing I ever did, but she handled it very well. She sat me down and listened to my story, showing sympathy. Then she laughed so hard and said something cruel to me. She said, "Where the balls on the dick?"
Balls on the dick.
She said, "Where the balls on the dick?"
Balls on the dick. Balls on the dick.
She said, "Where the balls on the dick?"
Balls on the dick. Balls on the dick.
She said, "Where the balls on the dick?" "I'm fine. Leave me alone."